Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Kentucky State Police troopers raised some money while giving people here in the Commonwealth the chance to win a big prize. And some schools here in our region make the top 15 list for the best high schools here in the Commonwealth.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It's 4:32 on this Tuesday morning. I'm Dakota Makris. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Let's take it over to Brandon, who is, well, Brandon, I was going to say tracking some weather, but there's really nothing.
Well, I am tracking
Yeah,
weather.
you are tracking.
It's just away from us.
Yeah, it's
right
away
now.
from us. That's what I was going to say.
It's out there. We're just tracking as it comes toward us. But yeah, we're quiet for now, Dakota. But the key word in that, sentence, key phrase in that sentence is "for now." Let's take a look at the satellite radar loop for the last 6 hours, and you're seeing there we're looking at again some rain out to our west, maybe a little bit of streaky showers across parts of our region this morning, but I think most of that is not reaching the ground. So we're going to keep an eye on a couple different waves of rain that are coming through. That one I think that's going through Louisville right now along I-65 will be getting into a little bit into the Moorhead corridor, I-64 corridor, as we head deeper today. We go to Pikeville first this morning, where there's a little bit of traffic starting to pick up there as we head through the first part of your day. People getting moving out there. Temperatures going up too. 48 in Clintwood. We are looking at 50s and 60s across the rest of the region there. 51 in Harlan, Middlesboro, 52 in Jonesville, 61 in Wise. But you see those temperatures continue to go up there. Louisville's at 68 right now, 66 in Richmond, 63 in Williamsburg, and Somerset, 65 in Monticello, but 58 in Pikeville, 57 in Prestonsburg. It's a little cooler in other parts of the state. So the sun's coming up at 6:36 this morning. We'll also be seeing the sun set at 8:25 tonight, and temperatures will soar. We'll see some pretty stout wind gusts at times throughout the day as we continue to watch that come out of the southwest, and that could send us into the mid-80s this afternoon with some stronger thunderstorms a possibility. So we're going to keep a close eye on that. We'll keep you posted throughout the day, but make sure you have a way to get alerts later today, especially as we see the possibilities for those storms to start rolling in here in the next little bit. Dakota?
All right, we have some breaking news out of Johnson County this morning. Fire crews are currently on the scene of an apartment fire in Paintsville. The fire was reported around 2 o'clock this morning. Now, we are told 2 departments are responding. Johnson County Emergency Management Director Gary McClure tells us that only one apartment is occupied. The apartment is located at 417 Main Street. So far, no injuries have been reported. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we get more information in. Well, a man accused of shooting a Flatwoods police officer has been arrested. 42-year-old Jonathan Smithers is facing several charges relating to possession of marijuana and fleeing and evading capture. Greenup County Attorney Mike Wilson says additional charges are likely to come by the end of the week. The Flatwoods officer who was shot early Monday morning was Tom Robinson. He is in stable condition. An escape attempt is under investigation at a Southern Kentucky jail. Police in Whitley County say at least 2 inmates came up with a plan for another inmate to suffer a medical emergency. One of the inmates had recently been sentenced to life in prison. Another was facing murder charges. Our Phil Pendleton has more on what happened and how it was stopped.
A call of an inmate with a diabetic issue had EMS respond to the Whitley County Jail Friday night. Then later, another call of an escape attempt. Paul Brock, recently convicted of multiple murders, and Nicholas Rucker, facing a murder charge, are accused of planning it.
And when the guards entered that cell, both Brock and Rucker forced those guards into an interior cell with the inmate who was having the diabetic emergency.
Police say Brock and Rucker then charged the control room.
Threatened to kill that individual if he didn't unlock the doors. So at that point, Rucker grabs a safe. He's trying to bust a plexiglass window out.
One did gain control of one door with only a second door left to unlock, and then freedom.
At the time, it was chaos, because the officers were just told initially that they had inmates escaping the jails.
Whitley County Jailer Brian Lawson did not want to talk on camera, but he told me that he believes this community was never at risk, that they do have a secure system to prevent inmates from getting out. 3 guards were locked inside a cell, but a 4th guard was able to call for help using a cell phone that prompted police to arrive before the 2 could get outside. Brock and Rucker were arrested and charged with escape and kidnapping.
We do know that Brock had a plan. It was a pretty elaborate plan, and we know it involved other individuals, and we fully intend to charge those other individuals.
Police say the inmate did have a real medical emergency, but it was induced to prompt the response. In Whitley County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Brock was sentenced to life in prison on the murder conviction, but was awaiting transfer to the state prison system. Rucker is awaiting trial on his charges. Well, for $10, you can take a chance at a truck to benefit Trooper Island. Troopers from Kentucky State Police Post 9 set up outside of Pikeville Walmart yesterday, selling tickets for this year's Trooper Island raffle. Each chance at the 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 helps fund Trooper Island, offering kids ages 10 to 12 a chance at a unique summer experience.
You can ask anyone that's been to Trooper Island. It's just a great experience for the kids. The kids get to go down for an entire week. They get to fish, canoe, build bonds with the other campers and also with the troopers there on the island.
Post 9 is still creating its roster for the upcoming summer. Find out how you can enter the raffle or enter a child for a spot at the camp over on WYMT.com. Well, are you ready for summer and good times? Well, your bank account, it better be. The cost of summer camp is expected to skyrocket this year. Experts say you can expect to pay up to 15% more to send the kids off. A lot of that is because of inflation and things like on COVID safety protocols, but it's also due to good old-fashioned supply demand. Most families than ever are looking to let their kids have the interactions they missed out on when many camps closed down. About 26 million kids are expected to enroll in camps this summer. Well, following the release of the U.S. News and World Report's Best Kentucky High Schools list, faculty and staff from Pikeville and Harlan Independent Schools are beaming with pride. Pikeville Independent earned the number 12 spot, while Harlan Independent earned number 14. High schools were ranked based on enrollment, graduation rates, and college readiness.
I think we're able to kind of nurture our students in such a way that helps them be successful, and in turn we celebrate that as much as we can. And so we cultivate a culture where families and parents and teachers and everybody knows that we've got really high expectations.
Both Pikeville and Harlan superintendents agree that it pays to have a community that is invested in education. The 48th Poor Man's Harlan County Derby Eve Party is back in Lexington after a 2-year hiatus. Each year the party raises money for a different charitable organization, and this year that is a church in Harlan. Our Zach Hawk met with members of one Eastern Kentucky church to learn how it will make an impact on their community.
Parker Boggs is a member of the Christ Episcopal Church in Harlan. Nestled in the downtown area, this church is close to its congregation.
For the last 38 years, I've been a member of the church, and it's been very important to my family. My wife plays the organ.
Like many churchgoers, Boggs is active in the community, and so is Tara Bryson, another longtime member.
While we're a small church community, we have always pulled our resources and our work to be able to give to other people or organizations.
Thanks to the Poor Man's Harlan County Derby Eve Party, that good work will continue. They're not sure exactly how the money will be spent just yet, but Archdeacon of Mountain Ministry, Brian Kibler, says the fundraising will sustain their mission.
I've been working with this church since 2014, and it's a wonderful congregation, very caring for what goes on, and your presence will help us to be able to reach out and do more within the Harlan County.
The founder of this yearly party, Bill Morgan Jr., lives in Florida, but is from Harlan. He spoke with our sister station, WKYT, about the meaning of the party.
You got to stay humble. If you don't stay humble and you get, too high and mighty, when God goes to cut you, it's a long way to fall. I'd rather stay humble.
Church leaders tell us that 100% of the funds will go towards charitable work. In Harlan, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, the members of the church told us they are grateful for this gift. Leaders will make a plan for how the money will be spent after the fundraiser. Dozens of seniors gathered aboard the Belle of Louisville yesterday for the boat's practice run in preparation for the Great Steamboat Race. They were dressed in hats and bow ties for the Great Steamboat Race trials. This outing is part of a Trilogy's Live a Dream program. It's kind of Make-A-Wish, but for seniors.
And this is amazing for our residents, for them to be able to get out, get fresh air, get dressed up, have just a wonderful day in the water. I mean, it does amazing things for the spirit. It's great social engagement for them. There's a lot of benefits.
Well, it will be a battle of two belles and a countess along the Ohio River. The race will take place on Wednesday. Harlan County's Jordan Smith announced he is moving on in another competition yesterday. The winner of season 9 of The Voice is now going to the grand final on NBC's American Song Contest. The show involves artists representing each state or territory competing to have the country's best original song. Jordan is, of course, representing Kentucky and singing his song, Sparrow. Well, just ahead this morning, the host of a well-known talk show announces his temporary fill-in while he recovers from COVID. Stay with us.
And rain chances return to the region later today, and some of those storms later could pack a punch. I'll time them out for you in about 3 minutes.